Hello, friends. It's great to be back with you again. Let us see what Samarth Ramdas Swami has said in his 196th shloka. Nabhī vāvare jo aṇūreṇu kāhī Ritā ṭhāva rāghavevīṇa nāhī Tayā pāhatā teci jāle Tethe lakśa ālakśa sarvai buḍāle. Whatever atoms and molecules float in the space, as well as whatever is empty, is not without the presence of the Supreme Reality. While persistently observing Him, one merges into Him. There the seen and the unseen all dissolve together. In this shloka, Samarth Ramdas Swami continues to explain the Supreme Reality and how it is everywhere. As mentioned earlier, in these last few shlokas of the Manobodh or Shri Manache Shlok, Samarth Ramdas Swami explains what is in the Vedanta. He talks about the Supreme Reality. Samarth Ramdas Swami was a true devotee of Lord Rama. Hence, in many shlokas, we see the references to him by different names like Raghava or Raghukula Tilaka or just Rama. In this shloka, even though Samartha Ramdas Swami mentions Raghava, he is actually referring to the Supreme Reality, the Brahman, the Paramatma. We know that the space is filled with lots of atoms and molecules of various particles. We normally don't see them, but you must have observed them when a beam of sunlight comes in through the window into the room, and suddenly you can see all those particles randomly moving around in the air and probably realize how much dust is there in the room also. The entire space is filled up with those atoms and molecules. The Supreme Reality exists even in those and is everywhere in that space. There is no place where the Supreme Reality does not exist. Just in the same way as normally we do not see those atoms and molecules even when they exist, we also cannot see the Supreme Reality which is everywhere. We want to see it, but it is beyond our senses and hence we cannot see it. The saints and true devotees do meditation and keep on concentrating on that Supreme Reality, even though it cannot be imagined, and keep on trying to imagine it. When they keep on doing that day in, day out for multiple years with persistence, they get closer to it, and one day they themselves become one with it. The duality goes away. From that point onwards, even when apparently it seems that they are living their normal life, they are so much united with the Supreme Reality that it becomes their second nature to remain that way. Sant Tukaram, in one of his famous Abhanga, says, "aṇūreṇu ya thokada tuka akasha evada," which means, "My soul is smaller than the atoms and molecules, but it has transcended my body and has filled up the whole sky, and I have become one with the Supreme Reality, the Brahman, the Paramatma." In the Supreme Reality, that which is seen or which is visible and that which is unseen or not visible gets merged seamlessly. The small streams which we see in the hills flow through the valleys and get merged into a river, which then probably merges into another river, and ultimately the river flows into the sea. The stream is visible to us, but when it merges into river, its identity is lost. In the same way, once the river merges into the sea, its identity is lost too, and what remains is the ocean, vast and seemingly endless. In the sunlight, we see only bright white color and realize that it actually consists of 7 different colors when we see the rainbow. All those 7 colors are merged into a single white color. We drink hot tea in the morning, or rather sip it slowly. While doing so, we observe the vapor coming out of the hot cup flowing up in the air. We can see it for some time and then it becomes invisible. It merges with the air seamlessly. We can see that vapor clearly initially for some time when it is just coming out of the top surface of the tea. We know that there is some amount of water vapor in the air around us too. It is the knowledge we have acquired, but our senses cannot see it in the air. It remains unseen. Just as the vapor we see slowly merges into the surrounding air and vanishes completely, loses its own identity, and merges into the air, in the same way, the saints lose the identity of the individual objects and can see the supreme reality everywhere. The seen objects get merged into the unseen reality. They lose the sense of duality and become one with the supreme reality. Friends, if you like this explanation, feel free to provide your comments and do share, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel A Dialogue with Our Mind. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ